Are you guys ready to dive deep in my roulette world? Then welcome to my channel Boka World. In my channel, I have published two videos. First video showcased my goals, which are to stay in profit weekly at Stake Casino. And in order to do that, I wager around 8k to 12k every week using dice. And I use roulette as a tool to recover my money and to make some profits or try to make some. It also had compilation of some of my gameplay, but it did not explain what I was doing at that moment. My second video showcased complete detail on one of my major sessions. That session exhibited how I choose my bets and why I do that, and also gave a little summary of my number system. It also had some compilation of my previous week's wagering videos. In this video, I'll demonstrate all the pre-process before going in my session. That explains my bankroll, environment I play in, my short-term and long-term goals, every rule and regulation that I have set before going in a session. Devils are always in the details. So let's dig in. If you like this kind of content, please click subscribe and turn on notification button. The links to my previous video are also in the description below. So stay tuned. Thank you. Before starting my session, I try to figure out what is the state of my mind. And I like to be in that neutral state. And what I mean by neutral state. Neutral state means, is my mind completely free from thoughts of my previous session? Am I not in recovery mode due to my bad session? Am I not in rage mode? And neutral also means, if I had a good session, I'm not going to go in a frame of mind that I can take some good risks just because I saved money from my previous session. Getting your mind in neutral state sounds like easier said than done. And that is why my gameplay throughout the week is not more than 4 to 6 hours. I like to limit my gameplay, try to achieve my sessions, get in and get out, and prepare myself the next week. Another important factor before wagering is your environment you play in. It's absolutely critical to decide where you're putting your hard-earned money or your bonus money if you're fully comfortable with the environment. Meaning that, do you trust the casino you play in? Or if you not even trust, do you accept the consequences? Also, it's important to figure out they'll give you enough time to place your bet, your unit size, your bankroll, and do they allow kind of your bet you're placing. Many casinos do not allow to place bet on all numbers. They limit you to place like on 27 or 30 numbers. So you absolutely need to make sure that whatever environment you're playing with is actually meeting your needs, because this is your money and it's your decision. Choosing my correct bankroll, I think, has been the longest and most toughest decision throughout my gameplay. I wager about 10k to 12k and risk about $80 to $100 per week because I know I can get that money back. And it just gives me some peace of mind. You have seen me demonstrating one of my major sessions. My bankroll also depends upon opportunities I found. If there's an opportunity where I'm going to use 12 numbers on that very session, all my bankroll will be according to that number, will according to be based upon history of tracking numbers. Sometimes I play with 3 numbers, sometimes I only play and target headshots. That means I'm just targeting 1 or 2 numbers. I want to take headshots. Sometimes I go with around 7 numbers, 8 numbers, 9 numbers, 12 numbers, 15 numbers. So these vary depending upon opportunities I see after tracking the wheel. And it is also important for me how deep I can go in progression. If it's a critical session, then I calculate will I be able to use my bankroll properly, because when you are in progression, when you're increasing your unit size at that moment and you're in a hurry, because the deep in progression you go, you are only 10 to 15 to 20 seconds to keep on incrementing your bet. If you're playing Fibonacci normally, or if you're playing any kind of, you're just increasing your units, and what happens is you're going to miss out on some of the numbers, and those numbers are going to hit, and eventually you got your hit, but your outcome, your dollar value was not enough to fulfill your goals. Now that is absolutely a disaster. That is why I limit my gameplay to certain amount of progression that I'm willing and able to finish my bets. So it's important to play before session your bankroll number of amount of numbers you're playing, and on top of that, to be able to place your bets at a given time based upon your internet connection, based upon the environment and interconnection on the table, and stuff like that. There's another thing that must be taken in consideration, that your table you're playing is giving you enough outputs that it will be profitable. Some table payouts are 1 to 35. There are many other tables they're going to pay you 1 to 20, 1 to 25, 1 to 17, stuff like that. So are you comfortable, and are you knowledgeable? Are you aware of these factors? Because they play a very important role when you're wagering and when you're placing your bets. Other than your neutral state, you also have an emotional state that you also need to consider outside of the roulette table. Maybe you had a bad week, you had a bad day, you had something went wrong at your work, you have some kind of a family problem. These factors impact a lot in your gameplay. It's very important that you're playing game, disentangle yourself from any emotional states. And I always have learned to make decisions when I'm absolutely feeling comfortable and I'm absolutely in position of power. In position of power, meaning that I have covered everything, and I have come up with a neutral mindset, with positive attitude, to place my bet, to accept consequences, to put stop limit, to quit when I am losing a lot. Guys, in a nutshell, all these videos, the current one, the previous two one, explains my goals, how I achieve wagering, to achieve my weekly wagering and profit using bonus money. Second video, I demonstrated my major session, and I went through complete decision making process on choosing the bets, avoiding traps, finding the best possible opportunities when placing my bet. This current third video that I'm explaining is actually giving you complete details process, and I'm giving it a lot of time because there is no strategy in the world, there's no progression system in the world that is going to beat roulette. All what I believe in gambling, you can always stay on the top of your game when you have a positive mindset and you really accept your loss. And if you are unable to accept your losses, at least you give yourself enough ample time to come back again and play with a positive attitude, neutral mindset, and playing in the best environment and know what you do. And that has helped me a lot. I have been in profit just because I have practiced not those strategies, not the gameplay, not the mathematics, but work on myself, come up with complete mindset, choosing the best result and making the right decision at the right moment. As I'm recording this video, I have completed almost 3 weeks. For the past 3 weeks, I'm already in profit. I've collected my monthly came in early because I think there's going to be a second bonus at stake. So we are going to have two monthlies. So this week I've already cashed out somewhere around $250, including my weekly bonuses, my profits, and my monthly bonuses. And I'm already done with my next week wagering. So there's going to be possible another $80 to $100 profit. You don't need to wager. You can absolutely use the strategies that I'm going to demonstrate in future for your own gameplay. Wagering just gives me peace of mind, and it helps me to stay focused, how much I'm going to do, how much I need to achieve. I'm going to show some of basic strategies and going to show you some advanced strategies, how you can get in easy and try using these strategies and mindset with complete details regarding how I approach those strategies. So now that you know a little about my game plan and all that, so my plan for my next video is going to give you little detail on 12 number system, how you can use that as a basic strategy, as a basic system. Then I'm going to give you some more variation to intermediate and even more advanced levels. So this is going to be a very basic simple strategy that I use and have you benefited from. There's going to be a lot of variations on those. You can absolutely use it for your basis. You can play them in real casinos or online casinos anywhere you want. So we'll go through with that. If you like this kind of a content, please stay tuned, subscribe, and click like button and turn on your notifications. Have a good day.